"You're not invited to dinner." That was my mother's text, just that one line, cold as ice. Then she added, "David's girlfriend doesn't like you." No explanation, no reason, like I was some invisible observer. 4 hours earlier I had just finished two huge things. Investing $120,000 in my parents' coffee shop. Booking a 10-day trip to Hawaii as a surprise for their 30th anniversary. Hotel upgrades, private massages, champagne on arrival, all planned perfectly. I was just hoping they would look at me the way they look at David. Now they wouldn't even look at me, all because that girl was unhappy. I sat there at the screen, finger hovering over reply, just one word, okay. The storm quietly began. I'm Paul, eldest son, the forgotten one in the family. David is the darling, the parents' favorite, and I'm always the problem solver. One slip up and I'd become the family problem. At 23 I worked 2 jobs sending money home. At 26 I co-signed loans for the coffee shop. At 28 I repaid my mother's second house loan. David spent my money on NFTs, started podcasts, failed multiple times, and still was treated like a miracle kid. Mother favored him, girlfriend hated me, I was pushed to the sidelines. The dinner text was the last straw. I didn't reply right away. Sitting at the computer I canceled the $120,000 transfer. The Hawaii trip fully canceled, flights, hotel itinerary all withdrawn. Dolphin tour replaced with swimming with sharks no one expected. 10 years of receipts, payments, sacrifices erased. My parents' numbers blocked, not revenge, just ending transactions. 10 years of giving never seen by them until now I chose to disappear. Father called urgent, "How did you reverse the coffee shop funds?" I didn't answer. Mother tried calling, only left blank calls. Aunt Camille called, "They're very upset, you should call." I laughed, she didn't cry when she didn't want me at dinner. David messaged, "Bro, what did you do?" Parents panicking. I calmly replied, "You can Venmo the gas bill." I retired. The storm spread silently. 3 days later Mother walked into my office. First time she entered my world, not as some observer when I was helping with the coffee shop or signing contracts. Sunglasses hiding her eyes, posture like she was mourning. I slowly walked to the elevator, heart racing, knowing a major confrontation was coming. "Oh, you're still alive." Her sarcastic voice vibrating in the air. I responded calmly, "I don't know why you're here." She removed her sunglasses. "Paul, what is going on? Why are you doing this to us?" I led her into the small meeting room, door closed, the air tense. "You canceled all the payments, even the coffee shop transfers. Your father is losing it." I sat down. "Yes." Mother changed topic. "Dinner, you were angry, right?" I shook my head. "Not dinner, 10 years of accumulation." Her face shifted, trying to manipulate me. "We just wanted a peaceful evening." I stayed calm. "The dinner money was part of my peace." Silence stretched. She softly pleaded, "Just want the coffee shop stable, you can help." I looked up. "I've helped 10 years, all you want is control." She froze, eyes flickering. "David says I'm jealous." I had no words. She stood coldly. "If you want to destroy this family over one dinner, go ahead." I didn't move. The family was already broken. I just stopped pretending. She left angrily, door slammed. David posted on Instagram celebrating with his girlfriend, no mention of me. Someone commented, "Wasn't Paul helping you?" David replied, "He was just trying to control." 10 years of effort now seen as a threat. Action began. I built an online ordering system, added travel guides, organized the POS system. Legally held 40% of the coffee shop, protected through an LLC. Contacted lawyer Danielle within 48 hours, fund withdrawal and dissolution notice completed. Suppliers notified, any unpaid bills not my responsibility. Suppliers panicked, Paul Walters is critical to the business. Coffee shop supply chain started breaking, internal chaos spread. In the friend group David roared, Paul ruined the coffee shop. I didn't respond, just posted a photo on Instagram holding a cup that said no one can be a backup. Followers liked it, messaged encouragement, truth doesn't need hiding. 3 days later David tried to control the bank account, failed, lacking the permissions. I sat in the office, watched him panic, understood power isn't in words but in facts and the law. Parents received full financial audit. David's shell company exposed. They were silent, couldn't argue. Mother started to speak, but I cut her off. No need to believe. IRS will contact. David messaged, you always have to be the hero. Will they love you? I screenshot, replied, nothing to say. Days later, my high school teacher, Mr. Jennings, emailed, finally setting boundaries. Well done. I breathed deeply, feeling my long-lost self. Coffee shop closed, no celebration, no sadness. I sat in the office, drank coffee, telling myself I tried my best. Angela, former accountant, handed me a handwritten note. You always show up, truly sorry. I kept the note in the same drawer as the coffee shop license. David appeared in front of the building, striding like he was important. I let him in, sat quietly. He said, Paul, you don't have to do this. Calmly I replied, you chose silence. I stopped hiding. He argued, I pay myself, it's compensation. I pointed to the ledger. Your so-called salary was eating the coffee shop cash. He lowered his head. I am not perfect. I interrupted. You're practiced at this, David. He silently admitted, could not go back to the former convenience. I said, I do not look back, not for you, not for my parents. The office was quiet, only breathing. At night I had dinner with my wife, music low, kitchen smells filling the air. I realized the version of me seeking their approval was dead, replaced by freedom, boundaries, respect. Parents' emails remained unread. David moved in with his girlfriend, started a new podcast. Their life no longer mine. Mother's handwritten note in the drawer, we tried to fix, missed you. I folded it, kept living. The son who was expected to sacrifice now lives by his own rules. The family lost me. I found myself. No longer giving for silence, no longer bowing to control. I choose peace and freedom. 3 months later, a dinner gathering, me and my wife cooking at home. Friends around, raising glasses, laughing. Someone said, Paul, you've done more than anyone. I smiled, eyes on the kitchen. Once I wished to hear this. She held my hand, no words needed. Outside, the night calm after the storm, true peace finally arrived. I looked back at old photos, David's birthday, coffee shop opening, family gatherings, every face full of expectation. Now I no longer seek their gaze, no longer need their approval. Freedom, boundaries, respect, these are mine. Wind brushes the window, night soft. I put down my phone, sip coffee, smile at the view. Finally I can be myself.